So this is the new area. This is where I am. So I'm going to be paying attention to what I'm doing. I actually took the microphone out of the thing that was on in my ear. So I actually took it out of my ear, so I have one earbud in. So other than that, I can't hear. But I'm doing the best I can. So right up here, this road that you see directly in front of me, that is 12th Street, Northeast 12th Street. And around the corner down there, that is where the 105, a bus I can take, comes down that way. And it goes up here to, I can take that just about anywhere. I can go up there where you see all those cars crossing that Sunset. I can take those and go that way to pretty much anywhere I want to go. Other ways, I can go the way you see me walking right now. I can go that way and go to that's the main area, the main route that I would go, that I can go just about anywhere. So this is the new area that I'm in. And this area, this place over here, is a nice place. It doesn't look that, but it is. It's kept very secure and very, very safe and very secure. I know I just said that twice now. And it's managed very well and controlled very nicely, and that's good. So that's very safe. So this is 12th Street that I'm walking along right now, and I know it looks like it's in a metropolitan area, and I'm very an extroverted person, so at least in that respect, that's good. That is just that I like. So that's enjoyable. Just give you some shot of the area that's around me. The car coming out right there. So a shot of the area that's around me. And so I'm trying to see what he's doing. That's why my back was turned, as he was just coming out, and as is the case with most of the people around here, wasn't paying that much attention, was doing the best he could. So just looking around, just observing the new area. So what interesting happened the other day, that's down towards that stop, down that way, where the 105 will come up the street. So what happened the other day, I was out the other day, it'll be like a week ago, I was out at a Fred Meyer place with my parents, and they needed to do some shopping, and I had my brother is a state representative in Minnesota. So and this is Washington, loud motorcycle. I had his shirt on. He's my brother, why not wear his shirt? So, new apartment's going up there. So I had his shirt on, and someone just decided, I heard him. And I love people who just walk by and just read your shirt and just shout. They just shout the name on your shirt. So he just shouted my brother's name and just walked by and read and just shouted his name. So I don't not that anyone would, and hopefully they would, but not that anyone would know who he is and what his name means, and it wouldn't if they did, because he's in Minnesota. So that I don't like people who do that. That annoys me. People who just walk by and just read your shirt and just shout whatever they read. And just blab it and just shout it. It's like what they're doing it's just annoying. It's just more noisy motorcycles. It's just annoying what they're doing. And they're just shouting. what's on your. They're just shouting what's on your shirt, and I don't know if that means something to them or if that's significant to something, and maybe that could just be me because I just don't know it. But you saw that too, right? Yeah, he just shouted. So that's like, just if you just notice someone's shirt, just look at it, but don't shout it. Don't read it and shout it. It doesn't mean anything to anyone. And I know this case was special, and this case was weird because he's not a Washington State representative, so that's odd there. But that's it's just irritating, and it bothers me. And look, it's the company that does the field where the Seahawks play. Anyway, so that's just aggravating in that respect when people do that. So sorry, I know this kind of started off with me just ranting and raving about something, but up there, this is a little bit closer, all the way up there, where you see those cars, that car crossed, that sunset. On the other side of that Chevron gas station, that sunset. So up there, that sunset. So I now live pretty close to it, so that's good in that respect. But you can walk down, someone just walking along, just talking, just randomly talking. I don't know if he was saying anything or what he was saying. Maybe he was just blabbing, just running his mouth, just talking. And I'm not going to understand what you're saying, nor do I want to. But so anyway, so that's this area. A lot of things are kind of making you go, huh? Or eye rolling. That's the kind of thing, that's the way it is today. People just not being sensical or not making sense. That's what today started off as. So I'm sorry it started off that way, because a lot of people know they don't want to hear a vlog that starts off that way. So sorry about that. But I did get a chance to see new apartments. I did get a chance to see Supergirl yesterday. So I know I said did 2 vlogs. I know I said I've talked a lot about it, and wanted to compare them, the 2 girls who played Supergirl. So that being said, and so Supergirl was a good movie. It kind of jumped in the middle of the action. Like, you started the movie and you walked into the middle of the action, and like the movie was already going. Like, you kind of like jumped on a speeding train, that kind of thing. So I don't know if the fact that the movie came into a theater and then went out of the theaters very quickly, if that had anything to do with it, but it kind of felt like you got onto a speeding train, and you kind of had to pay attention to what was going on. So that was weird. I'm just kind of observing some of the new places that are around in here, in this area. So this is that's the new bus stop that I'm gonna have to get on at. This area has become a very nice area. This road in front of me, that you see directly in front of me, that's Sunset. So, and there's a Walgreens up there. That's convenient. There's a lot of convenience around here. That's very helpful and very nice. I like that. The thing with the whole, I like that. So like I said before, the whole Supergirl thing is that what you've got to remember is that as it's been set up, Supergirl is actually older than Superman. She came to Earth and she was sent to Earth as a teenager. So she remembers her and she knows and she remembers her life. What Krypton was like. And she remembers that. Whereas Superman, Clark Kal-El, doesn't. He was a baby when he was sent to Earth. So he doesn't know. He doesn't remember what Krypton was like. So, and she was sent to protect him and to protect Earth. So the argument could be made, arguably, that she's technically more powerful because she was sent to protect him and she was sent to protect Earth and do other things. So I also like the fact that Supergirl was the only superhero movie that I've seen that portrayed superheroes as not just super heroes that have flaws. And that's what I like about the way Melissa Benoist plays her and the way Millie Alcock played her, is that heroes who have powers and have all these abilities that are not just super, that are just heroes who just, and I don't mean that to sound negative, but it's like Supergirl is not a superhero. She's a hero who just happens to have super abilities. Now, I don't mean that to be negative or anything, but she's portrayed as, both Millie and Melissa portrayed her as a person who happens to be imperfect. And the fact that Supergirl is imperfect makes her perfect. The fact that she has all these flaws and all these glitches makes her imperfect. That she's just like everyone else. She's like everyone, and that's the cool thing. That, do I believe because of that? Do I believe that she's more powerful than Superman? Yeah, probably. Because she's imperfect. Now, the only thing Clark has ever grown up knowing is his life on Earth. So the only thing he's ever known is being human and trying to be human and trying to adapt the fact that he's not. Trying to adapt that into being human. But, so, I guess you could make an argument there. But his name is Kal-El. Her name is Kara Zor-El. So when she came to Earth, she just adapted her first name. She kept her first name, and she changed her last name when she was adopted by the Danvers family. She adopted her last name, so she changed her last name. So, but she is, to my knowledge, from what I've seen, she is the most open, honest, tolerant, and accepting hero that I've ever seen. She realizes in the loud car, you can hear it in the background behind the microphone probably. I can clearly hear it. She is the most tolerant, open, and accepting hero that I've ever seen. She, according to the series, and I don't know how this goes with the grand scheme of things, but according to her, in the series, her sister comes out. And she is one of the most accepting people that I've ever seen portrayed anywhere. She doesn't see that. She sees that That's her sister. And she loves and respects and admires her sister. And her sister is gay. So what? It's like my producer said. What Sirius said. So what? Like, I'm gay. So what? Like, it doesn't... Like, I don't understand how that's an issue for anyone. Like, there are billions of things that have occurred in the world that can occur in the world, and that's your concern. You could focus on these billions of other things that have gone wrong in the world, and that can go wrong in the world, and that's your concern. That's pretty BS. Like, it's pretty just garbage. So I agree with Cirrus, and I agree with Kara, and that is just BS. It's garbage. Like, that's what you're focusing on. It's like you're focusing on the wrong thing. Not that there should be something you should focus on, but that's not it. So Kara is the most tolerant, open, and accepting person I've ever seen portrayed anywhere. And yes, like I said before in the two previous vlogs, I wondered who would portray Supergirl better. Both Melissa Benoist and Millie Alcock played her very well. They both played her very, very well. Now, Millie played her as more of the drunk, party girl kind of thing that she probably was before she left Krypton and just after she left Krypton, because she was finding her way, finding her place, and I get that. So that part of it's probably true, the way Kara actually was, but no one can really understand that. No one can really know that. So, sorry. There's a lot of noise around me just now. There's a kid screaming, and someone just... So I don't... And there's kids staring. That just makes it weird. So... But it's just done very well. I think Supergirl was shorter than it needed to be. It moved like a runaway train, like you were getting on a train that was speeding as it was moving. And I guess that might have been what got it in and out of theaters very quickly. But I don't think it should have gone in and out of theaters very quickly. I think it was a very good movie. I think that if you want to see Supergirl and you want to see the way she really is and the way she really was and who she really is and who she really is portrayed, then see Melissa Benoist's version in the Supergirl TV show with Katie McGrath and Chyler Leigh, and I know her name is spelled Chyler Leigh, Chy, but I believe it's pronounced Chyler Leigh. Just see how you can just see how that's all played and how that's all portrayed. So that's all done very well, and I think you'll enjoy it. You get it. That's the thing to see. That's how you should see Supergirl. That's how you should see it. You shouldn't not see the movie. You should. It's a good movie. But if you want to see how Supergirl really is, see the TV show. And that's just you'll like that. I liked it. Sorry, I had to adjust I still do have to adjust my glasses. Because I can't see the screen because my glass is shaded due to the sun. So I can't see the screen. My glass is darkened and shaded, so I can't see the screen. So I'm trying to look at the time too. But see Supergirl. It's a good movie. You'll enjoy it. The way to see Supergirl is the TV show. That's just, you get to see. Hopefully, you get the feeling and you get to draw from it. What I drew from it is that Supergirl is perfect because she's imperfect. Because there's all these, and what makes her more of a hero. It makes her more of a hero than her cousin, than Kal-El, than Superman. Is she has flaws, and she shows them, and she portrays them. And what makes her more of a hero, makes her perfect, is that she's imperfect. And that's the good thing. That's the great thing. So I'm just gonna screw with the microphone now. So thank you all so much for hanging around with me as long as you have. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the follow button,